The voicemail lasted 23 seconds. I almost deleted it because the number wasn't saved. Then I heard my wife's laugh. Not the polite laugh she gave coworkers.
Oh my gosh.
Not the tired
Stop.
laugh she gave me at home. It was genuine, happy. The kind of laugh I hadn't heard in over a year. Then a man said, "Relax, your husband will never know." The recording stopped. No names, no explanation, just silence. I listened to it over and over until I recognized the music playing in the background. It wasn't a restaurant, it wasn't a hotel. It was the rooftop lounge where my wife had told me she was attending a mandatory leadership conference. There had never been a conference. That night, I didn't confront her. I kissed her goodnight.
I know.
Read our 8-year-old daughter Sophie a bedtime story, and waited. Because lies don't collapse when you accuse people. They collapse when they run out of places to hide. 3 weeks later, someone knocked on my front door. It wasn't the man from the voicemail, it was his wife. She was holding a thick envelope. The first thing she said changed both our lives forever. "I think our spouses have been having an affair." Neither of us knew that exposing the affair would uncover a scam much bigger than either marriage. My name is Daniel Brooks. I'm 38 years old and own a small commercial construction company outside Denver. My wife, Melissa, worked as a regional marketing director. We'd been married for 11 years. I thought our biggest problem was that we'd become busy. I had no idea she'd been living a completely different life. The woman at my door introduced herself as Natalie. Her husband was named Trevor. She handed me printed bank statements, hotel receipts, and photographs. Every date matched one of Melissa's so-called business trips. The evidence was overwhelming. I expected to feel rage. Instead, I felt strangely calm. Natalie looked exhausted. "I don't want revenge," she said. "I just want the truth." I nodded. So do I. Instead of confronting them immediately, we compared everything. Phone records, credit card charges, flight itineraries. Within 2 days, an even stranger pattern appeared. Trevor wasn't just cheating. Large amounts of money had been disappearing from several company accounts he managed. Melissa's work laptop also showed unusual transfers connected to marketing vendors that didn't exist. Neither of us understood what we were looking at, until one invoice caught my attention. The fake company used the exact mailing address of Trevor's private mailbox. This wasn't only an affair, someone was stealing money. A week later, Melissa came home smiling. "I've been offered a promotion," she hugged Sophie, then looked at me. "I'll have to travel even more." I smiled back. "Congratulations." For the first time in our marriage, I lied better than she did. Natalie and I hired separate attorneys. Neither attorney told the cheating spouses what we had discovered. Instead, forensic accountants quietly followed the money. The total shocked everyone. Over $420,000 had disappeared over 3 years. Not enough to attract attention all at once, but together, it was massive.
Before we could act, I've taken care of it.
You mean you've already?
We've grown apart. I think we both know that. I simply asked, "Is there someone else?" She looked me straight in the eyes. No. It was the easiest lie she'd ever told. Then she requested a divorce. I agreed immediately. She actually looked surprised. She expected an argument. Instead, I signed the initial paperwork without hesitation. As she packed boxes over the next week, she smiled constantly. She believed she was leaving behind an ordinary husband. She had no idea what was coming. 3 months later, our divorce became official. Melissa moved into Trevor's luxury downtown condo. Social media exploded with vacation pictures, wine tastings, beach resorts, designer shopping bags. Mutual friends messaged me, "I'm sorry. You deserve better." I ignored every post because I knew something she didn't. Investigators were almost finished. Then came the raid. It happened on a Tuesday morning. Federal agents entered Trevor's office. Computers were seized. Financial records disappeared into evidence boxes. News helicopters circled overhead. By lunchtime, local stations were reporting a multi-million-dollar embezzlement investigation. Trevor's face was everywhere. Melissa wasn't arrested, but her employer immediately suspended her while they reviewed her involvement. The glamorous Instagram posts vanished overnight. That evening, my phone rang. It was Melissa. They think I knew. Did you? Silence. I signed documents Trevor gave me. Without reading them, I trusted him. I closed my eyes. You expected me to trust you. She started crying. I made the biggest mistake of my life. It was the first honest thing she'd said in months. Life moved forward. Sophie adjusted better than I expected. We started Saturday hiking trips. Every weekend she chose a different trail. She once looked up at me and asked, "Are we going to be okay?" I smiled. "We already are." 6 months after the divorce, someone knocked on my door. It wasn't Melissa. It was an elderly woman. She introduced herself as Trevor's mother. She looked embarrassed. "My son asked me to bring this." She handed me a sealed envelope. Inside was a handwritten confession. Trevor admitted he'd pursued Melissa because she controlled marketing budgets. The affair had started as manipulation. He believed he could convince her to approve fake vendors without asking questions. Eventually, she fell in love. He never did. Reading those words made me feel nothing but sadness. Melissa hadn't destroyed her marriage for true love. She destroyed it for someone who had used her from the beginning. Most painfully, she lost years she could never get back with her daughter. I didn't win because she failed. I won because I refused to let her choices define the rest of my life. Sometimes the happiest ending isn't getting the person who hurt you back. It's discovering that your best chapter began the day they walked away.